Alright, here's a quick unboxing and demo of the Godox X3 by Sony. This is their next trigger lineup. I own the old gen X1T, X2T, and also the X Pro Mark II by Godox, and or Godot. And I use it with my V860 Mark II with the Mag modifier. So this is amazing flash, and their whole lineup is quite good in terms of usage. And it comes with this nice little case when you open it up. It comes probably with a instruction manual, as you can see, and over here is a USB-C to A to charge the device. It has like a 7-day on powered, I guess, standby mode. And here's what it looks like. This right here, this button releases the trigger, or else it just locks into place. It's metal, so this is nice compared to the old style, which is plastic. This has been broken. This is kind of my second trigger. This works really reliable on my my camera. So let's see. I turn it on. It lights up. This is an orange, and this is the dial, kind of like a phone dial. Kind of twist and turn, and this is a trigger that fires the flash. So if I turn this on right here, I'm gonna aim it this way so you can see if it fires. So let's see if it's on channel 21. So I need to switch first to, you can have beeps on, so you can hear the beeps. This turns on the light. Let me go to the setting mode. It's also touchscreen, so there's wireless and channel. So let me go to the channel. I have it set to channel 2 on my flash. I don't think I have the ID set. So there we go, wireless synced. This spelled wireless sync wrong, so let me cancel that. Let me just get out of this. Let's see the fire. There we go. You can hear the beeps off of my flash because it's when it's synced up. So right now it's let me go to the main screen. 128 and plus 3 power. Right here, let's take a look at that right here. So you can see it's 128 plus 3. So if you change the dial on this, if you click on it, you can change the power and go out of it. And then you fire it by pressing the trigger. Oopsie. It is on. Oopsie. Doing this. Oops. There's a, oh, I can turn on the LED light too, which is nice. I have a sticker over here in case you know, people don't look at the lens. They tend to look at this LED light. So I put that little piece of tape there and wrote down, look at the lens. So this turns on the light, LED light. That's good, kind of cool. And let's see what else you can do. Multi mode. You can fire in the multi with the hertz, and if you do a lot of strobing. So I don't really quite use this mode, but let's not use. Let's go to home, and you can increase it by using the plus and minus on the touchscreen. And let's say, oopsie, I'm gonna switch it back over. Go not in multi mode. Get out of this screen. So right now, I have it, and it'll change it automatically to 1/8 power plus 7. So, oops, this is in group A. Make sure only show. Oh, you can show multiple groups if you have multiple different flashes as well, which is kind of cool. So you can add multiple flashes, but right now it's just on channel A, channel 2, group A, and this is the only one, so I don't have to worry about it. And of course, you can increase the power, and it automatically increases on the setting on the flash itself. As you can see, you can increase it by up to like 1-to-1 power, and then up for fire. Oopsie, it fires 1-to-1, and takes like 2 seconds to refresh. So, and it gets as low as 1/256 of a second. So if I get a little away from the camera, it's too close. So as long as it's too close, I can't fire it sometimes. Like here, you can fire it. It uses the 2.4 gigahertz, and it has this device has an 850 milliamp battery. And and there's a USB-C part. Okay, so let's go through the menu real quick. So press the this button, go to settings. You have a sync. You can do front curtain or high speed sync. So you can do like 8,000th of a second. So that's, which is nice. So I want to keep it on front curtain. Shoot mode, you can do one shoot or all shoot. I'm not sure. This will, oh, you can do like a different, depending on which group you're using, how many groups you're using. All shoot modes only applies to group A through E, so you can control it differently. Auto off. Okay, you can set the timer for it to turn off after 30 minutes of use. And let's see what else is. Trigger distance. Oh, trigger distance 1 to 100 meters or 0 to 30 meters. I like to keep it close because I like to trigger my flash really right next to each other. So if I'm like right here next to it, I can still fire it, which is kind of cool. And then there is a step. Oh, you can go down to, oh, you can do minimum power 256, 512. Oh, you can even go down to 3, 2, 1 power, which is really low. Wow. So it goes more minimum than 128. So you can go, I'm gonna keep it at 256 usually. And you can do that by 0.1, 0.3. I'll keep it at 0.3 because I don't think I need to do micro for events, micro steps. And let me get out of that. And of course you can slide this out to go to out of the menu. So if I go back to settings, there's a little line right here that swipes out. And then, so that's our step. TCM, let's see. I'll just keep that off. I'm not sure what I use the TCM for. And zoom power, you can actually adjust the zoom right here. Right now I have about 80 millimeters. And I like to keep it around there, I guess, because I'm usually firing a little bit more distance. And so you can, when this is zooms in and out, so if I keep it at, let's say 200, I'll zoom in the flash and then I'll fire, and it can cause it or zoom from that distance. So let me see, auto, I'll keep it auto. There we go. And then there's a screen brightness. You can do, you can lower the brightness on this thing, and you can lower it to lower. You can still see it if I move it all the way to the left. And then you can set the language to English or Chinese. And then there's a reset to apply to all the factory settings. And then there's the device firmware. It's firmware currently V1.06, and this is X3s. So let's put it on my camera and to demonstrate this nice Godox trigger that and one of the big reasons why I like this small trigger is because I use a grip handle, and not grip handle, but a bracket. I'll show you what that is. This is normally what I use for events. I use this kind of bracket that I put on my camera. Like, let me set that up real quick. So I put it on here for my camera. Oops. And let's say tighten it up. So I have this bracket on my camera, and I put this flash on there right here. This is how I normally have my setup, and then I put this trigger right here. So in order for me to fire this distance, I have to you know, hold down this thing and then turn on, and now I can fire this flash by pressing it. You hear the light go off, or the flash go off. And let's see, and then of course, yeah, I'll fire the flash. So I've been using this trigger, but I didn't get to eventually get to try using the X2T trigger, even though I've had it for a little bit, and because it's just like a little bit, I couldn't figure out how to get the distance. But I guess I haven't gone through the menus, and they still use a little bit upgraded plastic bracket versus this one has like a break in between. And so this one also works, you know, I don't have batteries in it, but you know, it gets close to it. It looks okay, but the dials is right here, and I was so used to the T1 that, you know, the dials are on this side. That was just easier to use. And I've kept it on TTL, so I don't have to worry too much. But yeah, it works too. So, and then of course, when this came out a few, less than a year ago, This is the X Pro 2. This trigger, I loved it because I did play around with it, but the only problem I have, it's also made from metal. The only problem is that it's like too close, like it's touching almost the screen. So that's the only problem I had, because it was like the distance level. The screen, LCD screen, is big, and so if you're doing like weddings and stuff and we have this flash off camera, this is great to use. But when I'm like doing things like events or something and I have this, I move this out the way, it just gets really close, and sometimes I can't access the buttons if I needed to access the buttons real quick, and I have to, it's just easier to just access the buttons than utilize this thing. So, and then now we have this, and then of course these also take 2 AA batteries. You can use rechargeables, which I've been always kind of using. But now with this new thing, this is even cooler. It's so small. I can put it right here. Look at this. It doesn't take much space, and oh, I don't even have to pull it, like, use the little lock. So I can just, press this button right here. There's a button right here now, so I can just press this, pull it off, and then once you slide it in, it locks. I hear a click. So let's get it out. Oopsie. I don't have it. Oh, I have it unlocked. Press for 2 seconds to unlock. There we go. And there we go. So now if I fire with my control, oops, I can turn the camera. Once I fire and put on photo mode, and I can fire now, I'll take these photos with this new touchscreen tech, and it's kind of cool. I can also turn off the beep if I didn't want the beep when I'm taking photos with the flash and the camera. So let me get that out of there. So right now I have 128.7, and it'll show up on my screen as 128.7, as you can kind of, now that you can see it better. This was off camera before, so I can switch this dial real quick. Be like, oh, it's on TTL. I can switch to TTL, and you can see the screen right here. It's on TTL. If I press the button, you can see the screen. So I can fire TTL, and it'll just fire nicely. I can switch it from TTL to manual. I can press the button real quick and then switch it pretty quickly, and it fires really nicely. Because you'll notice it more if I switch it to like a one power, so you can hear like how long it'll take to recycle. Or actually, yeah, now it just fires 101 pretty nicely. And that, so I'll keep in between here to here. I guess I'm not powered depending on where I'm shooting and what I'm shooting. And I have this also in group channel 2. Even though it's group B, automatically synced. Huh, interesting. So yeah, you can even lock it if you want to, but to unlock it, hold it down for 2 seconds. So that's very cool. Turn on modeling lamp main switch. Yeah. So you can turn on the modeling lamp and brightness level, prop light, and turn it off. That's cool. So all the settings works pretty nicely. Let me take this off so you can kind of see it. Right here, I'll just set it down like this, so you can kind of see if it bounces the flash. So if I take a picture, I'll fire the flash. You can see it, kind of see the light, and then you can even see if I turn the modeling lamp on, which is really nice. And turn the modeling lamp on, boom, there's the modeling lamp. Turn off. You can set the brightness level. If you go out here, turn on modeling lamp, main switch, turn it off. Maybe take some time. Maybe that doesn't work quite well. I gotta go over here. So if you get used to it, you can fire, and I'm like, oh, you can turn off the beep. That's the beep is for the camera. So that's even nicer. Let's see. Multi? Nope. So I go through all the settings. Get out of that. Home. Oops. Home. To regular mode. There we go. Nope. Let's see. Oopsie. That's 132 power. So, alright. So there you have it, pretty much. What else can I do? Just pretty much swipe down from the menu and turn on the light. Yeah, and that's basically it to the video. You got your nice trigger. And oh yeah, of course, again, press this button, pull it off. And you can still fire this if you were to fire it. Right now it's at 1:1, so yep. Pretty quick. You see the brightness levels. And that's it. To this X3 by Sony Godox. Very nice trigger. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.